right. All right. Let's talk about Andor. Man, oh man, I gotta say, I never expected to have to do this story in the way we are about to do it. But credit where credit is due. Andor's putting up some pretty good numbers. Okay, so I wanna fully explain this. I want to get into the weeds on this with you. We constantly these days refer to the charts. Did it chart? You know, when we talk about a particular show, and it's sort of the social currency of a lot of the streaming shows. You know, it used to be ratings and whatnot. Now it's their ability to chart on Nielsen and on these different analytics, recorders program, whatever you want to call them, aggregators. So let's look at the numbers for Andor, and then let's talk about what's going on. So this would be with 18 episodes. Now, remember, as I said, the release schedule for Andor seemed damn near designed to have it have these good numbers on streaming because they dropped 3 episodes each week. They're long-form episodes, and there's also a first season. Yeah, so season 2 we're talking about with Andor, not season 3. Please no season 3. So with week 2, 6 episodes in the tank for season 2, 18 episodes overall on Disney Plus. I can't fucking believe it. Look at this. On the overall chart, we have Andor coming in at number 6. Okay, with 821 million minutes watched, 18 episodes on Disney Plus. Now, it is absolutely fair to point out that they designed it to chart. You know, there's all these little asterisks there. But let's just be real. We always talk about Bluey. We always make jokes about how everybody just watches Bluey on Disney Plus. We always make jokes that nobody watches Andor. Guys, we can no longer make those jokes. Look at the numbers here. Bluey came in at number 4 in the same time period, 870 million minutes watched. That's only 49 million minutes more than Andor. There's just no way around it. That's a pretty impressive number. With all of the caveats, with all the asterisks, with everything, at the end of the day, it's about, did you get on the podium? Did you get into the charts? And Andor absolutely did, with a pretty respectable fucking number. Now, I will point out that with 3 episodes total, Ahsoka still did better. I still think that's where the juice is at. And I think Ahsoka season 2 is going to be a big hit because it'll also include season 1. But to be fair, this is very impressive for Andor. And then it gets crazy when you look at original chart. It's number 3 on the original chart, guys. It's number 3 on the originals chart. There's no way around it. That's great. And look at where Mobland is at. Mobland down here at 352 minutes. Guys, that's a monumental fucking hit for Paramount Plus. Make no mistake about it. Mobland is a massive hit for Paramount Plus, okay? The ability to chart on a much smaller streaming service with a much lesser known show is absolutely incredible for Mobland. Well, we can't have that discussion. We can't give Mobland its flowers and then just look past what Andor is able to accomplish. Andor was watched more in that time period than Ransom Canyon, which I don't even know what that is, Black Mirror, Battle Camp, The Eternaut, The Good Family, Mobland. Dude, this is actually impressive numbers. And I believe what you're seeing here, because, you know, we saw week 1, and I was like, well, that's impressive, but we'll see. Does it fall off or does it go up? It went up, okay? So its viewership is actually rising week to week. That's kind of incredible. I am officially nervous about the last 2 weeks because I might have to tell you this thing's a fucking smash hit, and I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe it. How do we let this happen? How do we let this happen? Absolute insanity. This would also suggest a big divergence from what you see on social media and what you see in the actual imprint of these shows, which kind of makes sense, but this is a big diversion. Andor trended once in the top 30 the following day after release during the entire time, and it really wasn't that good. It was like 35,000 total tweets, you know, decent engagement, but it never blew social media up, right? Ironically, a lot of the Marvel shows would blow social media up, but actually end up doing less numbers on the actual thing here. So kind of weird. I think this shows, and I sort of speculated about this a couple of weeks ago, I think this kind of shows that Star Wars, for all the brand damage that it has, actually has not done the level of brand damage that Marvel might have done with the normies. I think we're looking at an inverse relationship here, where Star Wars sort of made this bet that they were like, well, we could piss off and turn off all the hardcore people because we're going to bring so many new people in that it won't be that affected. And then there were a lot of the fans of Star Wars, even during George's Star Wars, that were more casual. They weren't even hardcore. They liked lightsabers and shit, right? So Star Wars kind of made this bet that they could say, you know, screw the hardcores and really, you know, go after normies. I think that's kind of what Andor is, to be honest with you. I don't even consider it Star Wars. It's really accessible sci-fi, though, that happens in a Star Wars setting. So, again, I think it's like a corporate thing where they're like, we want it accessible. You know what I mean? We want to make the brand more accessible to this group of people. Elevated genre is the thing on television, so we want to do that with Star Wars. I fucking hate it, but it might have worked. Okay, they might have actually pulled it off, and that's crazy. So the brand damage for Star Wars with more normie audiences might not be as bad as we think. And I wonder what's happening with Marvel, because I almost get the opposite feeling with Marvel. You know, and maybe I'm overthinking it, right? Where's that fucking guy in the chat? Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I think Marvel has done less damage to its hardcore base. I think a lot of us that are here watching the show right now, or, you know, the nerd vengers, people that engage with this kind of content, I think we're going to show up for every Marvel movie for the rest of our lives. You know what I mean? Like, frankly. And maybe we'll get really excited about certain ones and see them a lot, but we're probably locked in. In a sense, we're there forever. But the more casual audiences with Marvel really do seem to be checked out. And I'm kind of curious if what we thought was going on with Star Wars and Marvel is actually not quite the case. We'll see. There's more numbers. I think the Mando Grogu movie, its public performance, that'll be pretty telling. Fantastic Four will be very telling. And, of course, Doomsday will be as well. Spider-Man 4. We're going to see, you know, because Marvel might just not be able to do lesser-known characters now. Like, it maybe the whole space is too saturated, and you have to stand out by doing something hype, right? So there's a lot of mystery here still. But either way you slice it, man, these are great numbers. These are numbers that I think they wanted. I think they worked really hard for it. I think you have to give them their flowers. And I'll say one more thing about this before we move on. For people like me that just really don't like Andor, you know, this is kind of crazy. It's like eating crow a little bit, right? I have egg on my face. But as Aaliyah brought up to me, okay, as Aaliyah brought up to me in the DMs, people like me, what we ultimately want is for Kathy to go away. Okay? And there's been this big rumor that Kathy is looking for a W. And if she gets this W, she might be able to walk away. This has been reported by multiple people. She is looking for a win to be able to walk away with grace. And I got to say, it's a strange world. It's a strange time. But if Andor ends up being her win, her W, and she gets to sail off into the sunset, and we get a little, you know, reprieve, if we get free, if this is what it takes, I feel like the Avengers in Endgame, man. Whatever it takes. You know what I mean? Do I have to glaze Andor? Do I have to finally watch this fucking show and tell you what a big hit it is and blast to the rooftops that Andor is a big hit? Whatever it takes. You understand? Whatever it takes. So, that's the report, man. That's the report. I kind of can't believe it. I saw this shit. My first reaction was like, no, it can't be. Because, oh my God, I love being able to tell Andor fans it doesn't matter. Nobody watched your show. It was so shitty. It was such a disrespectful way to dismiss the show. Oh, I loved it. It was my go-to thing, man. I don't think I can do it anymore. I don't think I could say it anymore. I got less ammunition, man. I can't fight. This thing wins a couple fucking Emmys, I'm cooked. This thing wins a couple Emmys, I'm fucking cooked. All right. Anyway, let's move right along. Let's move right along. No, in all seriousness, that is pretty crazy, right? Congratulations to Andor, I guess. Kathy, take the W. Get the fuck out of my face. Okay, thanks for watching. And if you like this clip, smash a like on the actual video and subscribe to this channel. That way more of these clips get into your feed. I've also linked the full episode below if you want to check out the entire thing, including the Q&A we do with fans. You can also watch this show live. We do it live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And you can also find all of my content, including the videos I put on my main YouTube channel, on the podcast feed.